Hi, welcome to another great day in Yorkshire. So today I wanted to do a little video about on-bike nutrition. Kind of not really nutrition, just what to eat when you're out on a ride. As kind of an amateur. So a little disclaimer, I've got no qualifications in this. It's just basically my opinions based on what I've found good over the past few years. So nutrition's really difficult. Especially on-bike nutrition. So as when you're new to cycling, it's difficult for a start to eat while cycling, and it's also difficult to know what to eat. We're bombarded by adverts in cycling shops and the cycling media for gels and sports bars and stuff. So I thought I'd do a little video of saying 5 foods that works well for me while I'm riding my bike, and just talk a bit about them. So the first one I'm going to talk about is a gel. So this is a high five gel, and I do use these, but infrequently. So I get the ones that got caffeine in because they work well for me. And I promise that this is the only one on the list that is actually one of these kind of aimed at cycling, aimed at sports, nutrition type things. My other 4 will be proper food. So these have got about 23 grams of carbohydrates in. They're quite low in calories, really, about 90 calories and a little bit of sugar. And I generally don't have them regularly, but I always carry one with me, and it's kind of a bit of an insurance policy. If I really need some nutrition, need some energy, I've just kind of hit the wall, then I grab one of these and have this. So yeah, that's the first thing, and this is kind of like my benchmark of what I'm going to be aiming for when I look at other foods to have on the bike. So I'm going to do the second one now as well. Okay, so number 2 is a really basic one, and that is fig roll, or 2 fig rolls to be exact. So 2 fig rolls is about the same amount of carbohydrates as an energy gel. It's slightly more calories and a fair bit more sugar actually, but you're out cycling and you should be eating these mid-ride, so it doesn't really matter, does it? They taste way nicer than an energy gel. They are far cheaper than an energy gel. An energy gel will run you about £1 in the shop if you buy them individually, and fig rolls you'll get like 20 for £1. Probably cheaper than that, in fact. So these are actually my go-to. These are what I use really regularly. I'll usually carry a couple of fig rolls with me on a long ride, and I'll have one after an hour or so, and then another after another hour. I should point out that's not as much as you should be eating, but I seem quite good at not needing too much while I'm on the bike. Okay, so that's the first 2 on my list. I'm going to do the other 3 tomorrow because I need to go buy them, because I actually don't have them in stock. So tomorrow when I'm out on my longer ride, because it'll be Saturday, I will take them with me and do a video on those. It's the next day. It's still pretty good weather. It's a bit on and off cloudy, but it's warm, really warm in the sun, which is great. So we're just outside Hovingham, which is in the Wardian Hills here in North Yorkshire. And yeah, so my third thing that I'm going to eat, which I'm going to have now because I've got some climbing ahead as we get up to Helmsley, is dried fruit. So I've got figs here. I didn't really want figs because I've already done fig biscuits, but this is all they had that kind of fit what I wanted in the supermarket. I'm quite fussy when it comes to dried fruit. I kind of either wanted dates or figs, and they didn't have any dates, which is a shame. So a portion of these, which is about 2, is about 15 grams of carbohydrates, so not much less than a gel. A few more calories and quite a lot more of it is sugar. But again, if you're eating it mid-ride, I think that's not too bad. You're going to be burning it off, you know. You don't need to worry too much about it. It's not going to be as slow release as the cycling nutrition, but you've got to remember that you're an amateur out there. You're not like racing. You don't need the slow release energy as much as they do. And if you've had good nutrition before your ride, that should be providing some slow release energy for you. Okay, so I'm going to eat this and then climb on up to Helmsley, and then I'll stop and film the next thing I eat. So number 4 is Flapjack. So the only thing I could get, because of the lockdown we're in at the moment and living in the countryside means limited shops, is this kind of like mainstream branded one, which has probably got more sugar in than homemade. But I couldn't even get the ingredients to make it, so I couldn't even do homemade. But again, about 21 grams of carbs and quite a bit of sugar, about 8 grams of sugar, but it's quite low calorie, just over 100 calories. So yeah, that's number 4. So yeah, as I said, we're in Helmsley now. It's pretty busy here, so I'm not going to spend long here. Then going to head back towards Moulton, and we'll stop there for the final piece of nutrition. We're now in Langton, which is on the edge of the Yorkshire Wolds. There's a lawnmower there as well, which is a beautiful village. We're only a few miles from home now. So number 5 on the list of sort of mid-ride nutrition is banana, quite predictably. And once again, about 23 grams of carbs in an average banana, which is on point for the matching the gel again. So another great food. It's quite a bit of sugar in, and it's about 100 calories roughly. So all these foods kind of add up to very similar numbers, carbs and calorie wise. The makeup of the carbs are all a bit different in terms of whether it's sugar or more slow release energy. So I guess you can decide for yourself which ones work best for you. So yeah, just a reminder, this video, it's not scientifically backed, it's just sort of my opinion, how I've been eating on rides in my rides the last few years. And you know, if you're training for an event or something and you need professional advice, then go and seek that out. But if you just want to go for a ride and not feel tired and make sure you get to the end happy and feel fit and eat reasonably well, then you can't really go wrong with these 5 foods to be eating mid-ride. Okay, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments, and please subscribe.